New year, new deck, we're playing Boros Burn. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome to 2021. Today, we're starting the year with our pet deck. We're playing Boros Burn. It's been a while since I played Boros Burn on the channel, so we're back with it. Like I explained in a recent video, I think Burn is not like top tier 1 deck right now, but I think it's well positioned because of the Ragdos mid-range being good, Hammer Time being good, creature decks coming back, creature decks that are not liking our Searing Blaze. So that's why I think Burn is making a little comeback. So before we get into today's list, right now we're at 393 subscribers. So if you're one of them, I just wanted to say thank you. 2020 was pretty rough, but at least I tried to make some entertainment for you guys. So if you're subscribed and you like the content, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for your support. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel and you don't know me, I try to post some red deck win, burn deck, pretty much red decks every single week from Pioneer and Modern. So if you like that, consider subscribing to my channel. And for today, in the comment section below, definitely let me know what decks you want to see for 2021. Just maybe some lists from Burn, some lists from Pioneer, just red decks in general you want me to see to play. So what is going on in today's list? Well, we have 4 Searing Blaze, like I said, to be those creature decks. So we don't have a Fire Isolate. We want to have an extra fetch line to be able to cast our Searing Blaze instant speed. And in our sideboard, we have 3 Path, 2 Rest in Peace for just like we slam the Rest in Peace, and Kroxa and Euro decks cannot eat it unless they bounce it. But Ragdos midrange doesn't have a way to bounce an enchantment, so they just have to discard it before you play it. Kor Firewalker, I've seen some modern decks, some burn decks recently. Roiling Vortex, always pretty good card against our metagame right now. Smash the Smithereens, I'm not seeing a lot of artifact decks, so I'm just having 2 this time. Searing Blood, I wanted to have an extra way to have a searing effect on creatures. And Deflecting Palm, Ragdos, Death Shadow is always out there. So it's good to have some copies in your sideboard or just in the Mirror Burn in the Hammer Time matchup. So let's stop talking. Let's get to round number 1. Let's go. Alright, first round of year 2021. We're on the draw. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. Seems pretty good. But of course we're on the draw, so it's not that great. Alright, Lightning Bolt on top, please. Wow. Nice. Alright, I'm just gonna bolt that and pass turn. Hope that this slows them down a bit. Yeah, so we have the Blaze, so that's pretty nice. So I guess I'm just gonna fetch for a mountain here. Blaze this. And pass turn. So I'm guessing my opponent is on Gruul midrange. Yep, looks like Gruul midrange. Nice, no third line drop. So just gonna play Goblin Guide. I'm guessing they might have a Stomp or Lightning Bolt. I might as well play my guide someday. Sure. So I'm just gonna pass. Unfortunately, my opponent got their third line drop. Probably just gonna crack this Sunbaked Canyon end of turn. Or Skullcrack my opponent. Yeah, I think in response I'm gonna crack this Canyon just to get some value. So let's not draw Boros Charm or Lightning Helix, please. Mountain is fine. So I'm just going to Lava Spike my opponent past turn. So my opponent could have Claudus. So I'm gonna hold the Skullcrack in case they have the Claudus in hand. Bone Crusher is fine. It's a pretty good clock, but it's not too big. So I think I'm just gonna bolt my opponent here. Searing Blaze. Nope, just another land. Alright, so just pass turn. So we need like 2 more burn spell since we don't have Boros Charm in our deck anymore. I think that was fine, bolting their face, even if they have a clock. Alright, so now we just hope they don't have another bolt or stomp. Sprawl is fine. We do have a bolt. I'm gonna hold this Sacred Foundry in case we draw Searing Blaze. So we're dead in 4 turns. Less than 4 turns now. Glorybringer, Bonfire of the Dame. Wow, this card, haven't seen this card in a while. Planeswalker and each creature the Planeswalker control Miracle. Sure, so their clock just got a bit faster. Love to see a Searing Blaze on top of my library. Another land, fortunately. I think we're dead no matter what. We drew 3 lands in a row, I think. Mountain, Scalding Tarn, Bloodstained Mire. They have the Glorybringer. Alright, that was a bit unfortunate. We drew a lot of lands at the end of the game. Alright, so Searing Blood, Roiling Vortex. I think Kor Firewalker is fine, even though they're gonna have Blood Moon. Like, I don't want to bring too much white cards, so maybe Kor Firewalker is not a good idea. Just gonna put it there for now. Definitely gonna cut some Eidolons. They're pretty bad when they have a Utopia Sprawl draw. Path is also pretty good. I think I'm gonna go like this, cut like 1 Boros Charm. Hope that's good enough. Like I said, I don't want to have too many white cards in my deck, so yeah, that's a pretty good keep. If they have an Arbor Elf, we just Searing Blaze at turn 2. Yeah, unfortunately, we had pretty good opening, bolting their Arbor Elf, Searing Blazing their other Arbor Elf. We had some burn spells, but we just drew. We didn't draw enough burn spells at the end to finish up the game. So I really hope they have an Arbor Elf as their turn 1 and not a Super Sprawl. So we know we have the Blood Moon. So they might have turn 2 Blood Moon. Oh, I don't think there's gonna. Yeah, that you don't want to sprawl your stomping ground if you're playing Blood Moon. Obviously. Forest. Alright, so we're gonna kill this, and that's a pretty insane start for us. Double attack with Goblinguide plus Searing Blazing their Arbor Elf. Another elf, sure. Wow, we drew the Searing Blood. Pretty insane. So let's attack, trigger. 4 blocks, Searing Blood your dude. Got 3 hits with Goblinguide, so this was a 1 mana deal 6. I guess now they're gonna Blood Moon, but they're just dead if they do that. Oh, okay. Alright, so Goblinguide was a 1 mana deal 8 damage this game. Wow. Alright, so since they have Trinity Sphere, I guess I'm gonna cut 2 path to bring in 2 smash. Honestly, it might be bad because maybe the Trinity Sphere is gonna be their only 2 artifacts, 2 or 3 artifacts. But they have Blood Moon, and I think most of the time path is gonna be bad. So, and except for Eidolon, I don't have anything else to bring in. Like I said, whoops. Like I said, I don't want to bring too many white cards. Alright, so we have this smash, so we're protected from a Trinity Sphere. We don't have a creature or Searing Blaze, but we do have Double Bolt and a Skullcrack. His hand is a bit slow. I think I'm still gonna keep. It's okay. One of mulligans to 5. Hoping they're not playing a Leyline of Sanctity. But honestly, I played a bit of Gruul midrange, and Gruul midrange mulligan into 5 is not that rare. Who's gonna play Bloodstained Mire Go? Arbor Elf. Alright, so going to fetch a mountain here. Bolt their face, and just in case I draw Searing Blaze or Searing Blood. So now I'm gonna bolt the elf and Lava Spike their face. Fetch Shock into Trinity Sphere. That's perfect for us. That was actually really beautiful. My opponent took 3 damage to play their sphere, and we have this smash, so we're pretty good shape. Colossus is a bit annoying, obviously, but we do have a lot of burn spells in hand and 2 Skullcrack, so we might be good. Alright, so I'm gonna play Guide, get in there. Glorybringer's fine, they don't have the mana to play it right now. I think we're pretty good here, unless they have a Weather Storm. Let's see what they choose with Colossus to get the mana or to get the life gain. They want to get the life gain, so they need a Weather Storm here. Nope, they don't have a Weather Storm. That is fine, so we just win the game now. I think we got a bit lucky on my opponent getting a lot of Arbor Elf start and not a lot of Uther Sprawl start. So Arbor Elf just bolted and your opponent is slowed by a turn or 2. Uther Sprawl, you cannot do anything about that, so... Alright, let's get around number 2. Okay, here we are on round number 2. We're on the play. We don't have a turn 1, which is not good. These cards together are all awkward. I think this hand is a mold. This hand, like, I know we have Eidolon on the play, but the rest of the hand is pretty awkward, so I'm gonna mull. It's okay. Gonna keep. Just gonna say Scalding Tarn. Go? Nah, I think it's better if I Lava Spike. Because I might want to bolt something. Alright, Black Leaf Cliff, so my opponent might be on Rakdos. Mid-range, John. Oh, I think it's Goblin. Black Leaf into a Vial is pretty much Goblin most of the time. So I'm just gonna play Sacred Foundry, go. I'm gonna hold this fetch in case we draw Searing Blaze. Snoop. Alright, that's fine. Guess I'm just gonna Lightning Helix this. Rift Bolt is a pretty good top deck. Just gonna pass. Alright, we're back. Opponent is finding Lit back. Another Snoop and a Skirt Prospector on top. Deflated Prospector. Sure. Guess I'm gonna try to close out the game since my opponent has a pretty good clock right now and they have a Snoop and I don't have a lot of resources to kill the Snoop and kill them at the same time. So I guess I'm gonna hope they don't have the combo, but I have the bolts anyway if they do have it, so I'm gonna hold this mountain in case I draw a Blaze. I know this card is gonna beat us in value, but I hope like they have nothing in hand. Wow, they just have Boros Harbinger on top. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna let that go. We're gonna go get the Kiki. Response, I'm gonna bolt. Alright, so they have a small clock. We know they have a Kiki on top. I'm gonna Lava Spike past turn. And they can cast the Kiki if they want to by sacrificing this. Oh, they just kind of hard cast it. I think we're in trouble because they can Kiki, get Boros Harbinger, get on top, Siege Gang Commander. Next turn, play the Siege Gang and we'll just lose. I did not do it pre-combat, so they could attack for one more. Yeah, they just put Sling Gang on top, and then we lose. Alright. Alright, so
Goblos. So I know sometimes Goblin's running Chalice of the Void, but not always. So I think I'm not gonna bring the Smashes in for now, hoping they don't have Chalices. Something like that. There's a Skullcrack. Kor Firewalker is not always good, but it can win you the game if your opponent doesn't have Fatal Push. Because it blocks everything, almost everything, except for their mono black goblins. And it can gain you a bit of life here and there. It's just an annoying 2/2 for them to remove, pretty much. Ta-ta. Yeah, that's a pretty good keep. Well, not pretty good, because we don't have... It's not like an insane keep. We don't have Searing Blaze or Searing Blood, or even Lightning Bolt. But we do have a lot of pressure with our creatures. Boros Charm does a lot of damage. So I just hope my opponent doesn't have like cheap Charm blockers. Turn to like a Mug Fanatic. Not Mug Fanatic, Mug War Marshal. We do have the War Marshal, so that's a bit annoying for my creatures to get in. Discard Borgard Harbinger. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna go for maximum damage, even though this Skewer the Critics might be stuck in our hand if we don't draw another land. I need to get in with my creatures for as much damage as I can before they play a 1/1 and they can just chum block the Oblivion. Ult. Oh, they had Tarfire, sure. Alright, down to 13. We do have 10 damage in hand. Oh, they do have the Chalice. Well, that's fine, since we have no cards in our hand that cost 1. And that's a good information to have if we go to game 3. Honestly, I know Chalice is on 1 is pretty good against Burn, but I think playing the Mog War Marshal might have been better. So if we top deck a land, we win. Not a land. That's annoying. We don't have a Skullcrack. Let's just attack. They do block. So I'm just gonna Searing Blade the Slingang Lieutenant before they trigger the Goblins, if they play this. If they don't play this, they play like a War Marshal or a Bogart. I think we have a good chance to win this game. Because all we need is a land.
That's totally fine. So, trigger on the stack, I'm gonna Searing Blade your dude. So they're gonna be able to gain 1 life. So pretty much nullifies our Searing Blaze. Alright, so that's a line, so we just win now. Nice. So I'm gonna put out the Kor Firewalkers, bring in 2 smashes, 1 more Skullcrack. Skullcrack is not that good against Sling and Commander, but it can prevent your opponent from gaining some life. Like 2 life, 1 life sometimes. If that happens, it's like sometimes the game is gonna be very close in life totals, and that might determine who wins the game. I think Path might be bad. Yeah. Gonna do like that. Did I do it before? Nice. Alright, so the reason I decided to sideboard out Path at the last second, I think most of the time, like I know some creatures in the Goblin deck are really annoying and they just win the game on the spot if you don't remove them, but all of my burn spells can kill those creatures, and most of the time they're gonna have threats like 3 or 4 1/1/1. I think Path is just helping them. Oh god, just click through. Just click through my attack there. Hate when that happens. Alright, so here I know I can smash this, even hold this Blaze, play this, play this. I think here what I'm going to do is play double my Swiftspear and just put some pressure on the board, and then I'm gonna start smashing Searing Blazing and stuff. Because my opponent's next play might be to put a Chalice on one, or just play Snoop or something. Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed that I clicked for my attack with the guide there, because like I said, we don't have that much resources against the Goblin deck. They have so much things that we need to kill. Predator Maker, we're gonna play that. Oh, they can just Violet in. Sure. Alright. I know they could have Sling Gang next turn, which would be bad for us. But I think smashing the Vial is more important than holding a Skullcrack. They're probably just gonna block and sack on the Goblin Guide. So next turn, I really hope they don't have a Sling Gang, and I hope we can draw land. It's fine. That is... Yeah, well, Swiftspear was dead anyway. Land. Alright, so now we really hope they don't have a Sling Gang and we just say go. Yeah. If they don't have Slinging, I think we just win. We have a good chance at winning. I'm gonna hold the Bolt though, just in case they do have it. My opponent should be at 9. That is really annoying, because we do have lethal if my opponent was a 9. But now we need one more burn spell, just because I didn't attack with my Goblin turn 1. But if we draw land, it doesn't matter. Blood Moon, sure. That's fine. We don't care about Blood Moon that much right now, we just need a land. Alright, let's go. Land on top. Land on top. Feels good. We didn't get punished for a small missed click. Because sometimes in mtgo that happens. Alright, let's get straight up to round number 3. Alright, round number 3, we're on the plate. Always nice. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep. I know the hand might be awkward if we never draw our second line, but 2-1 drops. At least we have a Lava Spike. I think most of the time is gonna be fine, because the statics, the probability that we get our second land by turn 3 are higher than not getting our land. Black Cleave again. Scalding Blood Crypt. Oh, nice. So, Swiftspear. I'm pretty sure they're not on Shadow, so I don't really care about doing some Lava Spike and stuff. Pretty sure one of my creatures is gonna die here. Alright, so I guess this is mid-range, Ragdolls mid-range, and push, yeah, that was pretty sure, I was pretty sure that was going to happen. So I think they're gonna play the Kroxa here, I'm just gonna discard a Skullcrack. I think we're in pretty good shape. They might want to just kill the Goblin Guide though, like Blood Crypt tap, hold the guide, something like that. Which would make sense. Bloodstain on top. Just bolt it already if you have it. Push, yeah. I don't know why people are waiting that long. Like, after the guide's trigger, just push my creature. I'm not gonna cast Lightning Bolt before damage. Veil. This is gonna be a Lily Veil. Kroxa, yeah, that's fine. So I think I'm just gonna discard the Skullcrack, so that way if I get a line I can play the Skewer. Or I can just discard the Skewer. Yeah, gonna do this. Skullcrack in the bin. So next turn, they're gonna have the Cruxa. Oh no, sorry, they need one more. Well, never mind. They're gonna have the Cruxa next turn. But they did trade 1 life, 2 life plus 1 life, so they're gonna be at 7. Probably gonna take the Skullcrack here. Yep. So 1 mana burn spell or a land. Alright, gonna take that. So down to 4, because they probably are gonna want to fetch. So we pretty much need to burn spells on top. That's pretty much the game. Because their Cruxa is a 3-turn clock. Oh, did not play the Cruxa. Interesting. Do they have a Cling to Dust? Why would you not want to play the Cruxa? Yeah, they do have Cling to Dust. Yeah, that was the only card I was thinking of. Pretty much the only reason why you wouldn't want to play the Cruxa or K command. Upkeep, make me discard a card, bring back your Cruxa. But now they're gonna play it, right? Oh, they're on Mardu. So they have a decision here. They could eat my Goblin Guide, gaining 3 more life, or play the Cruxa and put more pressure on the field. Oh, they just played Chandra. Okay. Alright, I guess that's pretty good too. Or Charm. Nope. Da, da, da. Discard an Inquisition. And they have an Inquisition. Are they gonna cast the Inquisition? Love Chief Thirst. Okay. I understand the wanting to get value, but I think that's wrong. You have a 4/4, you're against a burn deck. You want to finish up the game as fast as possible. The only explanation I could see is if they have another Climb to Dust, because now they cannot play the Climb. Like, if their last card is Climb to Dust, I understand the play, but now if I would have drawn a burn spell, they would just be dead. Doesn't make much sense. I think you just want to finish up the game as fast as possible. They're just giving me out here. Climb to Dust. Yep. I guess they don't have to put that much pressure since they have an emblem next turn. Got a bit unlucky that we didn't get a burn spell last turn, but not real unlucky because we did get like 2 burn spells in a row. But I guess just if my opponent didn't have a Climb to Dust, they were just dead. Now they can eat their own Cruxa. Why would Emblem first? Emblem, deal 5, swing for 8. That's exactly lethal. Just Whatever. I'm not gonna judge my opponent's plays, but they just missed lethal there. They could just Emblem Chandra, bolt my Eidolon, deal 5 to my face, swing for 8, and I'm dead. If I top deck a Boros Charm... Oh, they have Lightning Bolt? No. Oh, they had a Croc, just felt a bit like a waste of time, but that's fine. Alright. Swiftspears. So I know my opponent's playing Blood Moon, so I don't want to bring too much white cards. Searing Blaze most of the time is gonna be bad. Guess just that. That's pretty much it. So we have 10 white cards. Rest in Peace is very good in this matchup, because one of the main way they finish up the game is with Kroxa, and one of the main way they stop us from winning is with Flying to Dust. So just with one card we provide both defense and offense. Nope. Alright, I guess. Gotta put the Sunbaked Canyon to the bottom since we have Eidolon. I don't want to make too much damage in this matchup. It's not a matchup like Jund, where you can take a bit more damage, because if your opponent's trying to swing at you, you pretty much already lost the game. Guess they're gonna take a Charm here. I'm pretty sure they have one removal spell. If they don't, they're gonna take the Eidolon. Yep, Charm. Well, 2 Eidolons might do it. Maybe. So I guess we know they have a removal for the Eidolon, but we're just gonna make them use it and hope they don't have it for the other one. There's even consideration to just protect our Eidolon, but I think that's wrong, because if they have a Lily, that's just a waste of card. So I'm just gonna play the other one, hope they don't have a Liliana of the Veil or K-Command. They have a push or bolt, that's fine. Da-da-da. That's fine. Alright, pass turn. So it is the time where my opponent swings the game back and start playing threats like Kroxa. Or maybe they're just gonna play Big Chandra. Oh, Blood Moon, sure. Alright, that's a bit annoying, since this card is dead, and all of our white cards in our deck are dead too. But we knew that might happen. Bolt, I'm gonna take that. Drew a land. Game is not over. We don't have Blaze in our deck, so... we could have held it just to discard to Lily. But we do have a Helix that we want to discard, so... Sure. Okay. I'm not gonna bolt the Magmatic Channeler because if they just have a bolt in hand, they just protect it, and we don't have a lot of resources to finish up the game, so I think that's just too risky. Alright, they just Swift, they got a land and a push. They have a Dreadbore. Alright, so one burn spell to go, unless they have a Claw into Dust. I'm gonna take it. Alright, on the draw. So, they probably get all of their Blood Moons. I'm almost considering to bring Roiling Vortex, but I think it might, like, be bad if we get to a situation where we're on the back foot, and on the draw it might happen. But I guess it's good when both players don't do anything. Guess I'm gonna side out 2 path. I'm just gonna keep all of my red cards. Well, not that good, because if we don't get the land, we just lose, honestly. It's not a hand where if we don't get our land, we can win. Because our opponent pushes, we play 1/1 Rift Bolt. But we're on the draw, and if we do get our land, this hand is pretty good. I think I'm gonna try it. Opponent will against this 6, that's already a good sign for us. If they have less cards, they're gonna have less removal, less Inquisitions. Land. Alright, so another Swiftspear is not that bad if we do get another land. So, I hope we do get this land. My opponent's gonna remove it, of course. And if we play an Eidolon next turn, I hope it's gonna pass and my opponent is not gonna have another removal. We keep all of these for sure. I think it's gonna be the Vortex. Opponent already has 2 cards in the yard. I think they might have Kroxa in 2 turns, so Vortex doesn't seem that great. Nice. So I think I'm just gonna play Eidolon here. Really hope they don't have a Lily Veil. But if they do have Lily Veil and they make a sack or Eidolon, we can kill it on the swing back with Swiftspear. So even though my opponent's at 19 life, has a Kroxa, we might be okay. Alright, Lightning Bolt. Sure. Inquisition has been annoying. Now they know what we're up to. Maybe they don't have the 3rd land. If they don't have the 3rd land, we're in a pretty good shape. If they do, hope they don't have a 4th land. Damn, they do have a 3rd line. So now they have a fetch line and actually just another line where Bye, Croxa. Now they need to find another way to win the game. Alright. And I guess that's fine. I'm gonna take that trade. Because Rest in Peace means they need to find Veil, Chandra, like another threat that doesn't need the graveyard to win. Pretty sure they have a removal since they did not take the Swiftspear. Oh, they don't. That's weird. Unless they have a Dreadbore. Because not taking the like Swiftspear, if you don't remove it, might do like 4 damage before it dies. Pretty sure they have like Dreadbore here. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good if they don't have another removal spell. Gonna take it. Seasoned Pyro is a very good top deck for our opponent, considering we just top deck a guide. Discarding Croxa, well, it's fine. Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna swing. Let's see if they want to trade. Oh, Lily Veil. Annoying. Well, I guess we're gonna lose a burn. But I don't think they have a way to gain life, unless they're playing Collective Brutality without a graveyard. They might be playing Brutality, but why did not play the Lily Veil? I don't understand. Why Inquisition before Veil? Oh. That's a good card. That's a good card. Well, that's a card that is gonna make us lose the game. Oh, damn, I think they just top deck this. Now we cannot play Helix. No, Hazoret. Damn. Alright. Hazoret does it. Hey. Alright, let's get around number 4. Alright, so round number 4, we're playing against a Lurrus deck on the draw. A bit afraid it's gonna be Shadow, but I think that's still a keep. Burn. Oh, we don't have a good hand against Burn. 2 Sunbaked Canyons, Eidolon. Bolt. Nope. A guide. I think I'm just gonna suspend a Rift Bolt. Please don't have an Eidolon. And 2 Vintage as well. Lightning Bolt on top. Please no Eidolon. Oh my god, okay. On the draw against this is really difficult. Double Vintage also. Kill the Eidolon. Lightning Bolt. Yeah, I think my opponent just got a very powerful hand. We need like a Lightning Helix to get out of this one, I think. Skullcrack, nope. Skewer. Skewer. Down to 3. And they have Sunbaked Canyon, so they can draw another card. Well, that felt bad. Okay, let's see. Package Burn. That's my package against Burn. That's like a Lightning Helix, another Blaze, Kor Firewalker, and anti-Kor Firewalker. So, gonna cut some Boros Charms, or on the play. Eidolons is okay on the play, just 2 though. 2 spikes. I don't have a lot of cards to cut in this list. Let's cut some Skullcracks. Let's try to be faster than our opponent rather than cheese some Lightning Helixes out. Alright, so 4 lands. Vintage though, Searing Blood. We don't have a path, we don't have a core. I think that's still good. But obviously if my opponent has a Kor Firewalker, we lose. Let's hope they don't. Boros Charm, sure. I'm just happy to be able to Searing Blood this. So let's grab a mountain. Searing Blood the Goblin. Really hope they don't have a core next turn. Or if they do, that we can top deck our path. Back for 2. Because if they don't have a core, we're in pretty good shape, I think. Down to 12, we have 7 points of burn. Just a mountain, yes. Yes! Alright, Searing Blaze, that's also annoying, but less annoying than a core. I think I'm just gonna play... whoops. I think I'm just gonna play Suspend Riftbolt and just hardcast the Helix. Just preventing them from being able to Skullcrack me. If they have an Eidolon, this play is obviously not that good. But other than that, we're good. They cannot shock, they're dead if they do. Unless they have Helix. Alright, so I think we're in pretty good shape. 1 burn spell. It's game over. And we're still at 12, that's pretty healthy. If we don't get the burn spell, if my opponent has like 3 burn spells, I'm gonna cry, but... oh, please. Oh, okay, that's fine. We good, we good. So now they would need a path, and like... 3 burn spells, which is pretty unlikely to happen. Now we just win. They know we have a charm in hand, so... Alright, on the draw, Eidolon's gonna come out. 2 spikes. Pretty much it. I think I'm gonna go for the route even more cheese Boros Charm rather than Skullcrack. I know Skullcrack stops Eidolon, Kor Firewalker triggers and like preventing them from having protection and stuff. But most Burn players know like when another Burn player has a Skullcrack in hand. I think that's a mole. Double Boros Charm is not what we want. That's better. Keep, but a... just in case we draw the core. And we don't have a lot of... like, our hand is really reactive to what our opponent is gonna play, so... Oh, that's a very, very good top deck. Even if my opponent has a Blaze, we didn't have anything to do except for Lava Spike turn 1, so I'm gonna take this Swiftspear. Oh, double Goblinguide though is a bit annoying. Suspend Riftbolt, alright. Skewer, Skewer. Sure. So we cannot go lower than like 8, so I'm just gonna get a mountain here. Searing Blaze. And we pretty much know that our opponent's gonna Riftbolt our Swiftspear, so let's just go face. No, that was a mistake. I should have waited for them, like Searing Blazing on their turn, forcing them to Riftbolt my Swiftspear, because now they just have lethal, they have double burn spell. Yeah, that was wrong. Yeah, I played this very badly. We got lucky we're not dead, but we might as well be. Let's see if they're gonna be afraid and bolt this Swiftspear. Yeah, they should have done it before if they wanted to bolt it. So I think let's just attack, see if they want to do something. Alright, I'm gonna go for this play. The play where they're gonna bring them down to... okay. So I'm pretty sure we're just dead now. Like, Helix was the best card they could have hoped for. So now it's pretty much like 90% sure we're dead. Yeah. Yeah, I played this so badly. That was very bad. I just played a bit too fast there. Damn, that was so bad. Let's get it round number 5. Alright, here we are in round number 5. On the play. Let's keep. Okay, put mulligans to 6. Another Ragdoll's deck. Position would be pretty brutal. Take the Lava Spike. Alright, so now I'm pretty sure we're gonna get bolted or pushed. Yep. I'm just gonna discard Sunbaked here. My two charms are really good. Pass turn. I guess that's fine since it's Thoughtseize. Down to 7. Just annoying that my opponent, all their lands were not hurting them. Draw. Alright. I was hoping for a Blaze, but that's fine. So my opponent cannot really fetch, because they're gonna be dead unless they have a Clawing to Dust. Well, that's fine. By doing this, just preventing my opponent from being able to fetch, that's pretty much it. And if I top deck Skewer the Critics, I still win, so... Guess they're gonna bring back their Cruxa, and we just have to not whiff on a burn spell, and that's pretty much it. Alright, let's go deck. A burn spell. You did it. Nice. Alright. We're gonna do pretty much the same thing. Cut all the Blaze. To rest in peace. Do Path. I think Roiling Vortex was a bit cute. Path, even though they're playing Blood Moon, I like it because it stops also Hazoret, which is a very good card that they have. I just forgot about it in the round 3. That's a good hand, but not against this deck, since they have so many removal spells. But I don't like going to 6 and 5 against this card, like an Inquisition deck, so I guess I'm gonna try it. And they might not have like 3 removal spells. Da, da, da. Oh, Kyle's Guile. Okay. They're not gonna fetch Shock to play Crux, alright. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay, that's fine. Now we know that they can make a second creature and gain 4 life. Well, 2 life because gonna be an Eidolon trigger. So do we want to play into that? Guess we will, because like we don't have enough burn spells in our hand to just keep up everything in our hand for the rest of the game. Just have to, so that's not enough. So I'm just gonna make them use it now. They might not even use it. Sure. No attack. So let's play Spike and pass. I'm going to discard a guide, I think. Yeah. Gonna have to hold this Skullcrack. And Sunbaked Canyon is pretty much another card. You always get like a push and a line every single time they did this. That happened. I think once again it's a bit too risky to hope that the guide is going to connect. So I think I'm just gonna discard the guide. Okay. Now I'm going to discard the land. Alright, so at least we're still gonna have a Skullcrack. Push, Blood Crypt. Oh my god. They're getting so unlucky with these. Like, always push land. But most of their deck is removal spells. Oh, they discarded the Guile already. Bring back Croxa. Alright, down to 4, so Boros Charm on top, and that's a win. Alright, I'll take it. Oh my god, that was so lucky. But we were not dead, so I guess that was fine. Let's go for a small wrap up. Right, so Burn, I think, is honestly pretty good right now. Like you saw, has a pretty good, I'd say not like super advantage matchup against Ragdoll's mid-range, but I think it's slightly advantaged. Of course, there's gonna be games like they just closed out the game with Croxa. It happens all the time with Jun as well. Jun is a pretty good matchup, but you're not always gonna win against the Jun matchup. We lost to Burn Mirror because I was bad, and my opponent had a pretty good game 1. They won the die roll. That was pretty much. Sometimes it gets Burn Mirror. Just I start game 1, I win. You start game 2, you win. I start game 3, I win. That's pretty much the game. But I did definitely screw it up with the Blaze there. So little 3-2, that's fine. I did a mistake, and we beat a Ragdoll's mid-range. We lose to a Ragdoll's mid-range. So I think that was fine. And definitely Burn is still viable right now because less and less decks are playing Heliod, Company, and Uro. I'm not seeing a lot of Uro right now. I'm seeing more Croxa than Uro, which is pretty rare. So that was my list for today. If you have suggestions on a different list or deck for 2021, definitely let me know in the comment section below. I'm gonna check them out, and I'm probably gonna play them throughout the next weeks. So If you liked the video, definitely smash that like button and consider subscribing to my channel, where I put Modern Burn content almost every single week. So I'll see you next time. Bye bye.